The countdown is on towards tomorrow night's crucial clash between the Soca Warriors and Martinique, which could go to extra time and penalties to determine a winner, with a place in the Caribbean Cup semis up for grabs as well as passage through the Gold Cup in the US next year. The Warriors arrived in Martinique yesterday, looking a little jaded after a long trip, which compromised several different stops and flights. But that didn't stop them from immediately heading out to practice as they try to get acclimatized as quickly as possible, and coach Stephen Hart tried to get the close-to game ready as he's very wary of their opponents.
Very organized, very disciplined. I was really impressed with their discipline, and we have to ensure that we don't play into that organization and get caught on the counter-attack, which we have a tendency to do at times. We have to be very wary of that.
The weather conditions changed drastically during the session, forcing them to alter it to include more of a fun exercise than anything too heavy. Still, the coach lamented the fact that he had to cut short his session and isn't sure if they will get on the match surface before kickoff.
Yeah, very heavy rain. As you can see, the field is flooded, so it was impossible to train, and we don't know. We have a mandatory time on the stadium, but I'm guessing we are not going to get to use the stadium, so we can do nothing about the weather. We just have to deal with it. We've come here for a victory, and we will play and do everything possible to come away with the positive result.
And the TT versus Martinique game will be held tonight. The shadow of corruption continues to follow the world governing body for football, FIFA, here in CONCACAF. This as former president of the Costa Rican Football Federation and member of the FIFA Executive Committee, Eduardo Lee, pleads guilty to racketeering conspiracy, wire fraud and wire fraud conspiracy. The charges are in connection with his receipt of bribes in exchange for his awarding of contracts for the media and marketing rights to FIFA World Cup qualifier matches. He also took bribes to authorize the international friendly matches played by the Costa Rican national soccer team. As part of his plea, Lee agreed to forfeit $668,000. At sentencing, Lee faces a maximum sentence of 20 years for each count. Today's plea proceeding took place before United States District Judge Pamela K. Chen. And a Bangladeshi man who says he was harshly exploited while working on 22 World Cup facilities in Qatar is suing FIFA for allegedly failing to use its influence to ensure workers are treated fairly. The Gulf state has faced criticism of its treatment of foreign workers, but the case announced on Monday is the first time football's world governing body has been targeted. The lawsuit, launched in Zurich with the backing of the largest labor union in the Netherlands, called on FIFA to force Qatar to adopt minimum labor standards for migrant workers preparing for the tournament, including at least the right to quit a job or leave the country. 21-year-old Nadim Sharaful Alam is seeking around $11,500 in compensation for a deal in which he paid $4,000 to a recruiter. Ravi Chandran Ashwin took a career best 13-140 as India beat New Zealand by 321 runs to seal a 3-0 series whitewash. Pujara had set up the victory bid in the third test in Indore when he hit an unbeaten century as the hosts set the Black Caps 475 to win. Off-spinner Ashwin then returned his best innings figures of 7-59 as New Zealand were skittled for 153. Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane helped India to a decisive 507-5 in the first innings, and their partnership of 365 was India's highest for the fourth wicket, and Ashwin took 6-81 to restrict New Zealand to 299 in their reply. Ashwin 30 finished with 27 wickets in the 3-test series.